Caterpillar is a Yin Yoga posture that targets the backs of the legs, especially the hamstrings, the whole back chain of the body, particularly the lower back, and the spine. To come into Caterpillar, we sit down on the floor and bring the legs out in front. Some people, when they sit down on the floor, will immediately notice that their pelvis wants to pull them under, and that will make their upper back round. It's usually a sign that their hamstrings are already very structurally tight, and it's pulling the pelvis by way of the attachments. That can be a little tricky to then ask the body to be able to come up onto the sitting bones and move forward. So if you find that you're in that camp, try sitting up on something, whether it's a little cushion or a rolled up mat or a towel, and see if that helps just roll the pelvis forward a little bit. If not, what's useful is to actually help the knees by bending them, and you want to put a prop underneath the knees. So a bolster is great for that, or even a spare rolled up yoga mat if this is too bulky. And that should help assist this hamstring pelvis relationship a little bit to start. Okay, and then nice and slowly we let the head come forward, and we allow the upper back to simply melt into the direction of the legs. In the first instances of the pose, you might find that the sensations around the base of the skull or the neck or the back are quite strong. And if you do, maybe you want to actually lift your head up for the first part or the whole shape. You can rest your head in your chin, your chin in your hands, or you could rest your head in your hands, or you could use one of your yoga blocks and have it out in front and see if it's the right height for your head to rest on. You might even have to stack your fists for that and rest your head on those. If the hamstrings are already quite open and that pelvic hamstring situation isn't an issue for you, you might actually prefer a different arrangement of the bolster where you have it on top of your legs. This one's quite nice because it's in snugly to the belly and it gives you something to lay down on. And then all those other props for the head apply in the same way. Some people do find that over the length of time that they're in a shape, the tissues of the back of the body give a bit more. So you may start dropping the height of how you're supporting the head. You might even find that you don't want any props at all. They're all great options. And then when you're coming out of Caterpillar, because it's a forward fold, the lower back can feel strong when you rebound. So when you come down to the floor, be mindful of that and either walk the feet slightly apart and let the knees knock together. Give the knees a slow hug, or put your bolster back underneath your knees as you let your legs extend out long and you take your rebound. Make sure you take a decent rebound. I hope that this tutorial on Caterpillar was useful for you. If you found it helpful, feel free to check out some of my other Yin Yoga tutorials here.